We just got back from London. We went the first weekend in November, and we absolutely love London, by the way. Like, this is our third time going, and we just always have a blast there. There's always so much to do.
And shout out to our corgis.
Yes. These are Kuma's cousins here.
She purchased these in London.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think in a royal corgi and a normal corgi. But yeah, so we went in November, and the temperatures were about 40 to 50 degrees. So for me, it wasn't that bad. I think it's the time when it starts to get a little bit colder in London. There was no sun whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the locals were saying that they hadn't seen sun in weeks. So they were pretty depressed about that.
Yeah, they're like, give us some sunshine. You're from the Sunshine State.
Actually, the last day we saw maybe 5 minutes worth of sun starting to come out.
And then it disappeared.
And it was gone. So to me, 40 to 50 degrees did not feel that bad. The mornings were pretty brisk. It was kind of cold. But during the day, I felt like it warmed up a little bit. Not too much, but it wasn't terrible to me.
It was a little bit too cold for me because I had packed for weather to be in the 60s and high 50s. But it was more like mid 50s, low 50s.
But again, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not like where I can't stand to be outside. Once you actually start walking around, it's very bearable. Yeah.
So we just wanted to go over what we wore. So we stayed for a total of 3 days. And a lot of the outfits, we kind of wore the same thing on one of the days. So basically 2 outfits, one kind of mixed, and then a travel outfit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So on the first day, this is what I wore. Jeans. So these are cropped jeans from Aritzia, and they have their own denim line now called Denim Forum. And surprisingly, very reasonably priced. This was $90. I was really pleasantly surprised because most of the jeans there are from other brands like Mother Denim, where it's very costly. So I wore these. And then I wore this top that I'm wearing right now. And then over it, I wore this alpaca wool cardigan from Quince. This has been in my wardrobe for I think 3 years now. I pretty much take this on every trip I go on. This is such a classic staple piece that I can just throw on over anything. Great for layering too. So very soft, not itchy at all. Great quality, and the price point is amazing. Quince has great quality at really good price points that are affordable. So I wore this, and then on top, I wore this blazer. And I've had this blazer, I want to say, for a couple of years now. This is from Anita Bing, because it's, from past seasons. It's no longer sold on her website, but, there's plenty of other blazers that so many brands carry it. But our favorite brand for blazers, which Crystal buys a lot from, is Anthropologie. So if you're looking for a nice, kind of a heavyweight blazer, this is heavyweight, this is not a light blazer. This is great for layering. And then I put my little corgi pin here. This is from our last trip when we went to London. And then I also packed my fingerless gloves, or Margaret O'Leary calls this texting gloves. These are cashmere and they're really nice. I'm not sure if they actually sell this anymore on Margaret O'Leary. They might, but if not, a brand called Marcella, they have very similar gloves on their site at a really reasonable price. I believe theirs is just a little bit shorter, which I actually prefer because when you're wearing long sleeves, this kind of bunches up here and it kind of gets bulky. So I actually prefer texting gloves or fingerless gloves without the length. I'll do it shorter. Originally, because these are cropped jeans that I'm wearing, I was gonna wear my Mary Janes, but my feet, so I don't wanna wear socks with these. But I was like, oh no, it's too cold. I need to wear socks. But the socks that I had just looked weird with these Mary Janes. So I ended up wearing the shoes that I traveled with. I wore these on the flight. They're my trusted Adidas Sombas. So I wore socks with these, and I wasn't really in love with my outfit. I think because I wasn't planning on wearing socks with cropped jeans and shoes. I finally wore a hat. I swear I pack this hat with me on almost every trip, and I end up never wearing it. So this time, because it was cold, I didn't have a beanie or anything. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I need to wear that hat that I packed. This is from American Hat Makers. It is wool, 40% wool. So yeah, it did add warmth on my head. So I wore this with the outfit. And then because because everything I was wearing on top was kind of a V-neck, so it was kind of bare up here. Again, because I was being a little baby, I'm it's so cold. I happen to have, I didn't pack the scarf. I forgot that I left it in my suitcase from my last trip. So I ended up wearing this scarf to kind of, give myself warm. I also wore this belt with the jeans. This is from Cezanne. So basically this was another piece of accessory to my first outfit, which I had a ton of accessories. I felt like I was just throwing on a bunch of accessories that I wasn't planning on wearing because I was cold. I mean, it's not a horrible outfit, but it wasn't like what I initially wanted to wear. But that's what I ended up wearing on the first day.
Yeah, I mean, I thought your outfit looked fine, but I get it. You had this vision. It didn't really work out. So for my outfit, I got this. It looks like silk, but it's viscose, which I looked up what viscose was. And viscose is a semi-synthetic, biodegradable fabric made from cellulose, which is a natural material found in plants. So it's strong, smooth, breathable, and absorbent fabric with a silky feel and look, so it's often a substitute of silk, which that's why I thought it was silk originally.
Yeah, I thought it was silk too.
Yeah, but it's not. And I did feel like it was very comfortable though. So usually I don't get these types of skirts because it's too tight, on the waist, and I just feel like it's too snug on my hips because I do have wider hips than, I don't know, than Candy. Like Candy's more a straight edge hips body type, whereas I have a curvy body. So when I get skirts like this, it always feels like my hips are accentuated and I don't like that. But for whatever reason, this skirt didn't do it, so I fell in love with it instantly.
Was it staticky at all? 'Cause sometimes,
no.
That's also new when you're somewhere cold and things just start sticking to you. I was also shocked you didn't wear anything underneath.
Yeah, so I did bring tights with me, just in case I got cold underneath this, but I wasn't cold at all. Yeah, you could definitely wear something underneath this, like a light leggings or tights to keep you warmer, but again, I didn't need it, so I didn't wear it. But on top, I wore lots of layers. So underneath, I wore a mock neck long sleeve shirt. This is from Marcella. I actually wore this another day too, but I wore it underneath this just for extra warmth. And this sweater I got from Anthropologie as well. I just wanted something fun instead of just a plain white sweater. So this one had a fun graphic number on it, which was cute. And it matched really well with the skirt that I got, which I really like. I wanted something to match with the skirt. So a chunky sweater with this skirt worked out great. And then this was 100% cotton, I believe. This is Porridge is what the brand is from Anthropologie, but that was that. And then I also wanted to have a beanie because it's nice to keep your head warm when it's cold. And it did really help out. And I love beanie looks. And this one, they had several different types of beanies at Anthropologie. This whole look was Anthropologie, but and I got one that said West Coast Wellness Club. I just liked the color of it. And the logo was fine. It wasn't, anything too flashy. It was just very basic, which I wanted. Over that, this is another layer. And I think this is why I wasn't cold. Usually my feet or my legs don't get cold. It's usually my upper body that gets more cold. So I think since I was so layered up top, I wasn't cold at all.
And you had a beanie.
Yeah, and I had a beanie, so I was very, very warm. But this is also from Anthropologie. I love this coat so much. It's called a,
it's a parachute?
It's another term that I just learned. So yeah, this one is called a utility capelet. Basically, it just covers the shoulders is what it means. So this is actually a very unique capelet where it's a little bit urban kind of look. And that's why I think they call it utility capelet. But yeah, so you could wear anything underneath this. A sweater works out great. And it just peeks through these sleeves. And it has this awesome hoodie up top, which was great for traveling, which I'll get into next when I travel out.
I didn't realize you can even unzip this hoodie.
Yeah, you can unzip this. There's lots of zips and buttons and pockets. I guess that's true.
Utility.
Yeah, because you can unbutton this if you want to. There's pockets here with buttons. This is a zip up, so you can zip this up and button it together if you want. So it was a very, very useful coat and I absolutely loved it. It just matched perfectly with the skirt and the sweater. And then for shoes, the whole time I wore these Marcella boots. This is all I took with me to London because I pretty much matched all my outfits that I took with me. They're very comfortable. I even traveled with them when I was traveling from Tampa to London and on the trains. And to me, they're comfortable enough to travel in. So yeah, these are great Marcella boots that I've worn for a couple of years now.
All right, so my second outfit, I did change the top coat. I packed this coat here, and this is from Mango. I bought this, I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a while, but Mango is like one of the places I go to look for winter coats, especially after the season is over, because they are like really reduced prices. And I feel like a lot of their coats, they don't really go out of style. They make pretty classy coats or basic coats. So I've had this for a while. I also bought another one a while ago, which you've probably seen in several of our outfit posts. If you watch our outfit posts, it's a white long coat. That's also from Mango, and I bought that on sale as well. So usually I get their coats for like $100 because they have great sales once the season's over. This is kind of like it's a unique kind of coat because it's kind of got like a bubble sleeve. It's a little bit shorter than your typical coat, but I don't know if you can tell it's kind of like rounded. And it does have pockets, and it was just right for this weather because I was layering. So this was a really easy coat to go with a lot of outfits. And on top, I was initially going to wear one of the V-neck sweaters that I packed, but I scratched that because I was like, you know what, I'm cold up here. So we went shopping and we went to this place called Mint Velvet, which Crystal discovered when we went to Japan earlier this year. She wore several of their stuff on that trip. So we discovered that Mint Velvet is a London brand and they actually had a store near our hotel. So we hopped on over there and I did find a sweater. This sweater is what I ended up buying. It's a mixed blend. It's 39% alpaca, 24% wool, and then 37% nylon. So yeah, so it is a mixed material, but it was really warm. Although I was a little bit concerned because it's not a long sleeve, but wearing my unique little t-shirt, because I have one like Crystal, I wore this Heat Tech unique little shirt, this, and the coat, and it was really warm. Plus, I had the fingerless gloves and those were long. So I was like, oh, that's perfect because it'll cover the part that I don't have any other material covering my skin. So this outfit ended up being what I really liked because what was their slogan? Relaxed glamour. Relaxed glamour. And that's how I felt. I felt relaxed and glamorous. And then for pants, I wore these jeans. These are high-waisted white. It's like slim at the top and wide at the bottom. But these were from Banana Republic. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever purchased from Banana Republic. But I just happened to be walking by their store and I saw these jeans on the window. So I went in and tried it on, and plus they had like a 40% off sale. So they were under, I think they were like $70 or something, or $80. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna buy them because they're super comfortable. And I love that these were long, so then I could wear my Mary Janes from Sam Edelman. That way my feet was covered, and so I was able to wear the shoes that I initially wanted to wear during my entire trip. And for these, okay, I have always been trying to find the perfect socks to wear with shoes like this that are low cut. And in the past, I've always bought socks from like Amazon really cheap, and they always fell off when you're walking and they're so annoying. So I probably spent like $30, $40 trying to buy like the next socks that I think would work out, and it never does. So finally I looked into it a little bit more and did a little bit of research and came across this brand called Chic. And they swear that their socks will not slip off, and they're made for like low cut shoes like Mary Jane's or even heels. They even have one even smaller cut we can wear with heels. You can tell when I bought them, like they are shaped different from the other ones that you buy. There's a lot of details in it where they have like non-slip grips inside, and I will say they never once came off. So they're a little bit expensive. I believe they're like 15, 20 bucks a pair. Well worth it because I already spent that much on crappy ones that never worked. So So glad I found these. They definitely worked.
So my next outfit, I got these cool corduroy pants from Quince. I really like this style lately of cropped wide leg pants because I have several pairs like this from Anthropologie as well, but they're more summer pants. So I wanted the same kind of style, but for winter, and Quince had these awesome pants available. These were very comfortable, by the way, and lots of stretch to it. It fit really nice on me. Again, a lot of the brands with my body shape.
Wait, she has like a pear shape.
Yeah.
Which is actually really popular. Because you have like that tiny waist and then you have like the really nice hips. I feel like these type of pants really look great on that figure. In my opinion, I like
Some of the time. And it's really hard to find pants that do look good on you with the pear or the curvy type of body like I have. So Quince and Anthropologie, they both have these styles where it doesn't accentuate the hips too much because I don't like it. It's like I'm fine with my body type, but I don't want my hips to like stand out.
Have you ever tried those jeans where they advertise like for curvies?
Yeah, and
Did those ever work out for you?
They don't. Surprisingly, they just don't work out for me. Like the fit, it just isn't right. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've tried all different types of jeans too. Jeans is another trick, like a whole nother thing. But yeah, so lately I've been into these cropped wide leg.
And they're high-waisted, right?
Yeah, they're high-waisted. This is 97% organic cotton and 3% spandex. So I think like the spandex really helps it to be more comfortable. And I got like a size 6. I'm usually between a size 6 and 8. Lately more size 6. But the size 6, I still has like some room to move around in, and it was very comfortable. So pockets I love. There's 2 front pockets and 2 back pockets. And there's some belt loops too if you wanted to add a belt to it. But usually, lately I haven't added belts to my outfits at all. And then on top, I wore this Marcella mock neck top. And this is what I wore underneath. The sweater was my other outfit, just for extra warmth. But this day, for this outfit, I just wore this top. And I love this Marcella top because it has this cool side sleeve. One side is this mesh fabric.
Yeah.
And then the other side is the regular fabric. And it's very comfortable. It's very stretchy material. And like Marcella's like another brand that I go to a lot, where it has kind of like these edgy looks, and they use a lot of this mesh fabric, which I like. And then over that for the coat, I got this lovely coat here from Anthropologie.
You're just like the Anthropologie model these days. You know what it is? Because I'm like, where'd you get this Anthropologie? And I'm like, it looks great on you.
And like I abbreviate it now. I'm like Anthro. But this one too, I liked because it felt very autumn-like, fall for London. I mean, this is just like a classic London kind of look, I feel like. So, and it was very lightweight too, which I liked. And then I wore like the Marcella boots, like I said, because I wore it the entire time. But I did feel a little bit cold sometimes in this. Like I should have maybe wore like an extra layer underneath my mock neck top or something, or maybe like a scarf around.
I think it's because it is like a sweater.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was gonna be like my coat where it's heavy and has structure, but it doesn't. It really is like a sweater coat. Yeah, it's probably why you're a little bit cold.
Yeah. But, you know, love this outfit so much. I got a lot of great pictures in it. And it's very comfortable, like I said, easy to move around in, and it just felt so London.
It wasn't really necessary to have a third outfit since we were there for literally 3 days. But we did schedule in a photo shoot on one of the days. On the last day we were there, and it was with Airbnb Experience. We do this on pretty much most of our trips because it's so hard to get photos together. And so I packed an outfit specifically for this photo shoot, but I also ended up wearing it after the photo shoot because when the photo shoot finished, we're walking around this really nice shopping district, I think Soho and Bond Street. So Piccadilly Circus. So we walked around for a while. So what I ended up wearing was, again, this mint velvet sweater that I ended up buying, wore the Uniqlo underneath, wore the mango jacket. And what I changed up was the bottoms, and I wore these pants. These are cropped wide leg, sort of wide leg straight from Sézane. And these are super high-waisted. So if you're into like really high-waisted pants, this is a great brand to go to because a lot of their pants are like super high-waisted, and that's how I like my pants to be. And they have really great material. I want to say their price point is maybe a little bit higher, but not like outrageous. I loved that this is wool, so it was really warm. The only thing is it's a little bit see-through, even though it's really thick material. So what I did was underneath, I wore these shorts. Actually, I bought this recently in Japan from Uniqlo. And I have another pair of pants that I usually wear under skirts and pants that are white. But I decided to wear this one because this one is a higher waist, and the way this is advertised in Japan is to wear it in the winter so it covers your stomach so that your stomach is warm. So my stomach gets like cold easily, and then I start having cramps, and I don't know if it's part of aging, but so I was like, oh, this is perfect for cold weather because I could wear it underneath the pants that are see-through, but then also it has a rise. Also it covers my stomach to where it'll give me extra warmth. So I wore this underneath the pants, super thin, so you don't have to worry about it adding like so many inches to your waist. Because like these are pretty tight, so I was able to wear these under these tight pants.
Were those tight on you or no? Did it feel tight?
No, it doesn't feel tight at all. So that's the thing too, it's very loose, but it still hugs your body. And then for shoes, I wore these boots. I've had these for, I want to say 4 years now. These are from a brand called Seychelles. And they're really, they're not that bad because they're really chunky. When I say not that bad, they're not that bad comfort-wise. And this is leather. I love the color. And so, okay, basically we shot for an hour and then we walked around for a couple hours. So I wore these for like 3 hours. I will say the last half hour, my feet were killing me. So max I can wear these is probably 2.5 hours. But after that, my feet are not young anymore. I can't wear heels for very long. So we went back to the hotel, and that was probably the end of the night, our night anyways. Yeah. So, but if I had to change shoes, I would probably wear my Mary Janes with that outfit.
So my travel outfit, it's nothing really special, but I wanted to go over it because I wore some of this while I was in London too. And first of all, it's these leggings I got from Zara, and I like them because they're thicker leggings, so it's not your typical fitness athleisure type wear where it's like thinner material. This one actually is very thick material. I like the high waist band up here too. It's very comfortable. But I wear these leggings a lot because they match a lot of different outfits, and I especially like it for traveling because it's very comfortable, and it goes with like sneakers or boots, and I wore boots with these. For the top, underneath, I wore this Paris t-shirt. I got this from Mint Velvet, and I wore it in September while I was in Japan. I love Paris, so I like this very simple t-shirt, but it's also a very thick material too, so it's very warm as an underlayer. And then over top, I just wore a sweatshirt, and I like to wear comfy sweatshirts while I'm traveling. And I also like to wear sweatshirts where it represents something that I like, and usually it's Chainsaw Man, which is my favorite anime at the moment. When I travel lately now and I go through TSA and I wear something like Chainsaw Man, I always have, not this trip though, but usually I always have somebody comment about my anime stuff. So that's why I like to wear anything that symbolizes what I like now, just so it starts like this friendly conversation with people. And it's usually the TSA people that notice it. And
In Europe, right?
yeah. Well, actually in the States.
Yeah.
It's in the States. So there was like a couple in New York where they noticed I had a Chainsaw Man thing.
I thought it was all Europe.
No, and everywhere in Europe, like Amsterdam was one, Germany was another one. But yeah, it always strikes up a friendly conversation, and it's so much fun. And then over top, since I was taking 2 coats with me, or 2 jackets with me, I wanted to wear at least one of them on the plane. And I decided to wear this one because it was very thick and it would just take up so much room in my suitcase. But also, since it's a capelet, it works fine with any of the outfits that I wore. So I wore this over it.
It's kind of like a big blanket.
Yeah, it was a big blanket. And it was great on the plane because I used this hoodie as an eye mask. So I forgot to bring like eye mask with me, right? You gave me one, but then I put it overhead in the overhead bin space, and I was like, I don't want to get up and get it. So I just used this to cover my face, and I slept so well. It was very warm. So yeah, this had a lot of great uses to it.
So for my travel outfit, I pretty much wore everything from Quince. The top here is a sweater from Quince. This is cashmere, and I've had this for a few years now too. And I pretty much wear this on all my flights because it's soft, it's warm, and if I wanted to take it off, it's so lightweight that I can stick it in my purse and it doesn't add like barely any weight to my purse. So underneath this sweater, I wore my Uniqlo Heat Tech t-shirt. And I did take this off sometimes, especially like when we're going through the airport and before a flight, if we're like waiting in the lounge. It gets a little bit stuffy, so I do take this off and stuff it in my purse. And then when we get on the flight, I always put this back on because the flights, I don't know, cabins are always like freezing for some reason. I don't know if there's like a specific temperature they're supposed to keep it at. For my bottoms, I wore the cashmere pants, and these sweats are a wide, I don't want to say wide, but they're an opening that's different from like other sweatpants. You know, usually sweatpants, it's like what do you call that? At the bottom, it's, you know, it's tight, but this one is like regular pants. So I was like, oh, I don't want something like that. And so I ended up wearing these, super comfy, soft, warm, and you know, the waist is elastic, it has pockets. So yeah, I'm all about being super comfortable on my flight, especially for long flights. And just like Crystal, I didn't want to pack 2 coats. So one of the coats I wore on the flight, so I wore the blazer coat. And this was really warm. I wasn't cold at all on the flight. And for shoes, I wore my Adidas Sambas. These are, you know, super comfy and easy to slip on and off if I have to take off my shoes at security, or, you know, I actually do take off my shoes a lot when I'm on the flight.
So for bags, while we were in London, we both carried the same bag around with us. It's the tote from Madewell, and it's the medium zip top version. That Candy got this first, and then I copied her later because I'm like, oh, that's very useful. I like it because the tote zips up top. You can secure all your items. So we took this on board with us on a flight because we checked in our suitcase. So I had a backpack and this that I took on with me, and it's great again because it zips up, so you can put it underneath your seat or like leave it up top in the overhead.
Yeah, it's hard to find tote bags that have a zipper because most of them are used like magnetic clips, like buttons, or nothing at all. And I just don't like that if I place my things down. Especially if I'm going to carry it on a flight with me, I don't want something that's just wide open. I want to secure my content. So yeah, I love that this has a zipper.
Yeah, and then for the strap, it comes with a thinner strap, and we both didn't like it. So we both use this bandolier thicker strap because you can interchange straps easily on here. There's hooks on both sides. So we just use the bandolier straps because we have tons of bandolier straps, and we specifically like this thicker version. Yeah, since we're talking about bandolier and the straps, so we always have our bandolier with us. Again, we have multiple straps, and for this trip, I decided to use my strap that had lipstick case attached to it. So I like to put my chapstick in there because I need to hydrate my lips 24/7. There's also a D-ring on these two on the bottom, but I like to put stuff on the side here so that doesn't distract me too much here to my phone. So I attached this AirPod case. I listen to music all the time, or if I need to listen to some video content on my phone, I like to have AirPods with me all the time. So I always have this AirPod case attached to my strap, and this is from Bandolier as well.
And then also this is also my wallet, not just the digital wallet, but I keep all my credit cards on this case. So I actually don't have a physical like separate wallet. Yeah. This is all my cards, and my digital cards are on my phone. Another accessory that I put on my bag is this hat clip. So when I was wearing that hat, I thought if for whatever reason I was like, you know what, I don't want to wear this hat anymore, I could clip this. I have this on my bag here at all times, and then I take the hat and there's magnets here, and I clip the hat onto the bag. So that way, if I don't want to wear the hat, I can, clip it on the bag, which is like a very useful accessory. It's for winter and summer, especially summer. If you're going to the beach or wherever, or if you're wearing a hat and it's like windy and you can't wear it anymore, then you can just like clip it on and you don't have to worry about it anymore, and not, carry it around with you.
For accessories, I would say for me, it's always the same thing. lately. Like this past year, I believe I've been wearing like the same type of stuff, but it's always my ear cuff from Quince, which I love. And I also got a new one from Mimosa, which Candy got for my birthday. So that's another alternative that I wear sometimes, another cuff. And then for earrings, I like these threader type earrings right now where it kind of like hangs and it goes through your ear. And I got this from J&Co. And then for rings, I go with Gorjana a lot or Uncommon James. Necklaces, same thing, Gorjana or Uncommon James.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I think the only brand I don't have in accessories is J&Co. Oh yeah, your watch.
And an Apple Watch, this has been my go-to. I've been wearing this for like the past year or two. It's the Apple Watch band from Quince. And it's very nice if you're looking for like good quality watch band. This one from Quince is the one to go with because
it's cheap too.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
What about, didn't you wear also, I didn't this time, but the AirPod necklace?
Oh yeah, I did wear my AirPod, what do you call it? Holders? Like
Yeah.
kind of like a necklace, but it holds your AirPods too. So I got mine from Etsy and I take that with me anytime I travel.
I didn't get mine on Etsy. I got mine on Amazon. And these are really handy. I didn't really use it this time because I didn't use my AirPods, but usually if I am, I wear this necklace and then you stick the AirPods in this little loop right here. So that way you don't lose your AirPods. And Crystal has lost her AirPods twice already. And so if you're someone like Crystal, you probably want to invest in one of these. And this is I think like $15 on Amazon.
Okay, so that was what we wore in London. I hope this helped you out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.